Now, usually for me, it's not Christmas time until I hear Bruce Springsteen's Santa Claus is Coming to Town on the radio.
You better be good for goodness sake.
You better be good for goodness sake.
But it seems the past couple years, there's usually a new Star Wars movie coming out around Christmas. So I guess it's not really Christmas until you see a new Star Wars movie. Oh, Star Wars The Last Jedi is finally in theaters, and we get to talk about it. Let's start off with the positives real quick. All the performances in this movie are absolutely fantastic, from Oscar Isaac as Poe, Daisy Ridley as Rey, Adam Driver as Kylo. All of those guys and lady, they absolutely deliver again in this movie. But I have to say, the number one shining star performer of this movie is hands down Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's performance as Luke Skywalker, as an old, curmudgeon, distraught, worn Luke Skywalker, was absolutely fantastic. He was mesmerizing. Your eyes just fixated to him on the screen, and it was awesome to see him actually say a word, because he didn't say anything in The Force Awakens, but to actually be Luke Skywalker, and you haven't seen that since Return of the Jedi. It's my first time actually witnessing a Luke Skywalker in theaters. Was fantastic. Give this man an Oscar! Right? And also the chemistry that Mark Hamill and Daisy Ridley had on set was just fantastic. The scenes with Rey and Luke together were probably my favorite parts of the movie. And every time we had them together in a scene, it was just fantastic, and I wanted to see more of it. And what I unfortunately didn't want to see more of was Finn and the new character Rose's storyline. Their storyline was very slow. It dragged the movie to a roaring halt whenever they bounced back from the stuff that was happening with Luke and Rey and everything that was going on with them, and it transports to Rose and Finn. It just drags. And they probably could have cut a lot of it too, which made the movie drag out a little bit longer. This movie is 2.5 hours long, and I think because of Finn and Rose's storyline, I think it feels like that 2.5 hours, because you just really don't care what they're doing. I really liked Adam Driver as Kylo Ren in The Last Jedi. I thought that I liked him in The Force Awakens, but he kind of felt kind of annoying. I liked some of the character traits, but when he took off his mask, he just seemed annoying. But I really liked where Adam Driver took Kylo Ren in The Last Jedi. I just, he escalated his character a little bit more, and just like with Luke and Rey, I liked everything that they did in The Last Jedi. I really liked everything that Adam Driver as Kylo Ren did in The Last Jedi. And of course, we really have to talk about Rian Johnson. I think he did a absolute fantastic job directing this movie. I think he took a lot of risks in this movie. He made it feel very different. It was a different feeling Star Wars movie, but it still felt like a Star Wars movie. He took very risky choices that I really appreciated, and a lot of criticisms from The Force Awakens was that it felt a whole lot like A New Hope, and some parts did, and I understand why J.J. Abrams did that, but The Last Jedi feels totally different than anything that came before it, and I really loved it. And my God, does Rian Johnson know how to direct action. Some of the action shots in this movie are just jaw-dropping. Some of the opening battle scene in particular was just unbelievable, and the lightsaber fights, the lightsaber battles was just like I wanted on a screensaver. And the cinematography, there are just some gorgeous shots, especially on the island that Luke and Rey are at for most of the movie, are just spectacular. They are just gorgeous with this green and the water. It's just mind-blowing how gorgeous this movie looks. However, on the other hand, there are some particular CGI moments, and I know there's CGI in pretty much every movie now, but there are some CGI moments in The Last Jedi that feels like the prequels. You know, you're just looking at it and it just seems off. It just doesn't seem right, and it actually takes you out of the movie. I feel like in The Last Jedi there are some super high highs that I just absolutely loved and would want to watch again and again. These are the classic Star Wars moments that you think about, but then there are some really low lows that kind of remind you of the prequels. That's probably not very good. I don't know where I would rank this in with all the other Star Wars movies. I just need to see it again. Now, despite some of the things that I thought was wrong with it, I really think that you should go out and see Star Wars The Last Jedi. I think it would be a great time, especially around Christmas with all your family, just to go out, enjoy the Skywalker story as it continues in Star Wars The Last Jedi. Well, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment below. Merry Christmas. Peace!
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout.